Hey everybody, welcome to a weekly update from myself, Sarah Lean. We are inside, for those watching or listening even, people watching can see that we're inside. The weather has turned here in Scotland and we have some horrendous winds and rain, and it's just kind of ongoing and non-stop. You probably hear it through the window because I've got it open a bit. But yeah, I've decided that I'm not going to battle the wind and the rain, and here we are indoors for this week's update. I actually can't believe that we're now on Friday because it's been a very quick week for me. Admittedly, I have been off for some of it, so my family and I decided to take a short break for my birthday and celebrate. So we were in the north of Scotland and it was lovely. It was gorgeous actually. Ticked off some bucket list items and just had some generally nice memories and things like that. Such a change being on holiday, very different to obviously what the last couple of years have been like because of the pandemic. So yeah, it was nice to experience that holiday vibe and just do those things with my family again. Now, in terms of the Azure news, it's been a bit quiet, but there are some significant updates. The first one is that SFTP, or Secure File Transfer Protocol, is now available inside Azure. And let's face it, that has been a massive gap in the product range within Azure for a number of years now, and people have been screaming out for it. It's now available or in preview within several regions. So I think there's about 6 or 8 regions that have it enabled, and you do it through the Azure Blob Storage. So when you create an Azure Storage account, you can enable that SFTP protocol and use that service as well. So definitely something I'm going to have a chance to look at. I haven't had a chance yet. This week has just went far too fast for me, but it's definitely an exciting product that they've launched, and hopefully it actually answers all the questions and all the pleas that we've had around that service. Now, the other bit of significant news is that the Swedish data centre is now open. Microsoft have been hailing this as a sustainable data centre, and it looks like they are going to be using that to help drive some of their policy changes, because I think it's by 2030 they want to be completely carbon neutral in terms of their water usage. They want to be regenerating water and stuff inside their data centres. They're going to be looking at trying to drive this data centre with 100% renewable electricity or energy. So yeah, it's definitely, if it's not already carbon neutral, it's definitely going to be an exciting data centre to see how they use that and where they're going forward with a lot of their plans. I think a couple of years ago, Ignite, maybe 2020 actually, I talked to one of the data centre managers, or the person in charge of all the data centres at Azure, and he was talking about how they are actually thinking about their locations and thinking more about how they can use renewable energy. We talked at that time about the Arizona data centre that was opening up and how they were going to be thinking about solar energy. Arizona is a very sunny state, unlike Scotland, and they were going to harvest a lot of that solar energy to try and drive their data centre, and we're going to look at being very efficient with our water usage, etc. as well, because water, I think, is a premium commodity in Arizona. So good things coming out of the data centres, and nice to see that Swedish region actually go live. I believe you can pick it in the Azure portal and use it today as well. In other news, I see that Apple have kind of bended to what everybody has been asking about, being able to self-repair their iPhones. Now, I think they've been very clever in marketing this. They've said that we are looking at being able to self-repair your iPhones, but when you dig into the details, it's only going to be the US at the moment, I believe, and there's only going to be certain components and certain things that they kind of are focusing on. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that's welcomed. It is a welcome announcement that we can start to actually do our own repairs, and we don't have to pay exorbitant prices at Apple stores or even third-party providers, and potentially look at doing some things ourselves. Although phones have got drastically complex these days, and I don't know if I would want to be starting to change my camera or screen on them. I might be more than happy to pay someone to actually do that for me. But you know, it's a step in the right direction, because right to repair is something that a lot of people have been talking about and think we need to start looking at, especially from that climate point of view, instead of just binning our appliances that are broken or unrepairable or we think are unrepairable. We have that ability to be able to do that ourselves and try and be a bit more thoughtful about appliances and what we're throwing into the tip or the bin or whatever you want to call it as well. So yeah, I hope this has been a fun update. Bit of a short one this week, but yeah, nice to be back. Hopefully catch you in my next video, and you know, make sure you hit that or smash that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in another video, folks.